Good morning and welcome to Weathercenter. I'm Sandra Diaz along with Paul Emick.
Thanks so much for joining us. Your Thursday forecast and a whole lot more coming up in just a very few moments.
Check out our fun new video game. You can play as you or one of our friends.
You mean I could control you, donkey?
Whoa, I like how you're looking at me, Shrek.
The adventure continues in Shrek 2, the game. Now you can meet lots of new characters and play as a team of 4 as you adventure into new locations you've never seen before, switching between characters to take on hundreds of wild challenges.
Shrek,
right, donkey? This is a fun game. Shrek 2, the game. Rated E for everyone. Available now.
Georgia on your mind? That's not surprising. Spring in southeastern Georgia is breathtaking, and the traveling weather is just fine. Start your trip with the Okefenokee Swamp. Warm spring daytime temperatures bring out the swamp's wildlife. So keep your camera handy. You might get a souvenir photo of a huge alligator. Then head to the coast in Georgia's Golden Isles. Days are just as mild, but with an extra bonus, refreshing sea breezes. At sunset, beachcombers will need a light jacket. Average temperatures cool to the mid-50s. For a taste of the Old South, visit historic Savannah, a city designed with beauty in mind. This time of year, squares and gardens burst forth with azaleas and dogwoods. Enjoy the riverfront area where you can sip a mint julep and watch the ships go by. Dark swamp waters, quiet beaches, beautiful flowers, and oh so southern, southeastern Georgia. Y'all come now.
Stay tuned for the Days in 5-Day Business Planner, keeping track of storm systems, hazardous weather, and poor road conditions that may affect your business travel. The Days in 5-Day Business Planner coming up in just a few minutes, right here on the Weather Channel, only on cable.
United States athletes and Michelin, top performers. Find Michelin tires at this dealer near you, because so much is riding on your tires.
You decide when the weather comes on 24 hours a day on the Weather Channel.
In the west, is that snow? You better believe it's snow here in Colorado. Skiers, wax them skis up. Look how cold it's going to be on the west side of that front tonight. 30s, 20s, and even teens. While to the east of the front, it's still summertime. And of course, we got the latest on Lili coming up.
Indeed, Dave, we'll continue to watch the very latest. We have Stu Oxford, who'll be coming up in just a little bit. And as always, we'll have the very latest on travel conditions, too.
And you can check the very latest on weather.com. Check it out.
Your tires ain't pretty, man. You know, tires are tough to advertise. It's easy to advertise something good to eat, something that smells good, something that makes you look good. Like I say, tires ain't pretty. But you know, it's very hard to advertise. You can't go up and have a taste test with tires like you do with Pepsi and Coca-Cola. And you know, when a guy sells a guy a tire and he puts it on, he ain't gonna say, thanks, I needed that. You know, tires are tough. But we'll save you money anyhow. You gotta buy them. You come to Allied Discount Tires.
36-hour forecast. Day forecast. Stay tuned for more weather coverage here on the Weather Channel.
That's when the highest storm surge is going to
Phone
be.
in your questions to the Weather Channel hurricane expert, John Hope, on hurricanes. Sunday, August 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's going to be kind of wet, dripping in the Pacific Northwest. We'll have, again, the very latest on Lili coming up.
Try Arby's new Market Fresh Ultimate BLT. It'll change the way you think about fast food.
Corky Romano was a veterinarian with a song in his heart. But on October 12th, to save his family,
I'm gonna put a wire on you.
he'll have to infiltrate the FBI.
I'm just a little wired. I mean, wired as in jumpy. I don't mean the wire in my crotch.
Chris Kattan.
Sorry.
Corky Romano.
You guys want some cookies?
PG-13.
Days Inn is known for making your business destinations as comfortable as can be. Now Days Inn is teamed with the Weather Channel to make getting there safe and comfortable too. Every hour on the Days Inn 5-day business planner, the Weather Channel's national maps let you see the weather that's headed your way. You get forecasted highs and lows, plus day-by-day precipitation forecasts. And the Weather Channel gives you specific city conditions for cities in your region. Watch the Days Inn 5-day business planner at 20 minutes after each hour on the Weather Channel.
Hope on hurricanes.
In 80s as we wake up.
Southeast weather-wise, and the hope on hurricanes. Hope on hurricanes. Weather-wise.
Trend throughout the trend.
Southeast Florida. Hope on hurricane. Hope on hurricane. Hope on hurricane. Hope on hurricane. Southeast Florida. Southeast Florida. Southeast Florida. Southeast Florida.
Southeast Florida. Southeast Florida. Southeast Florida. Southeast Florida.
Southeast Florida. Southeast Florida. Southeast Florida.
Southeast Florida.
The current conditions. The 36-hour forecast. Here on the Weather Channel.
Proud to say one of my friends, a good one, Weather Will Allen here.
How you doing there, Johnny?
Boy, did we have turkey yesterday.
Hey, we sure did.
This guy wolfed out about 3 big slabs of pie.
I won't let it go to waste. And if Dolores is watching, your wife,
yes,
I finished my pie. What about you?
Well, looks like we have a little bit of suffering to go through before we see the light at the end of the tunnel here in the eastern United States. We still have this highly amplified flow through the weekend here. With a highly amplified flow, big ridge in the west, big trough in the east. You tend to see temperature extremes, so the flow coming right down out of Canada into the eastern U.S. means it'll still be cold. Lake temperatures, still warm. So as the cold air comes across the Great Lakes, you still see a lot of clouds and showers here, and right beneath the trough here, you still have a lot of lift. So that spells trouble with cold and wet and wind the next couple of days, combination of all that.
Romeo Purnell, we hear you're a real Romeo with the ladies.
Okay.
Coach, what should I say to a girl after I buy her a nice cold Coors Light?
How are you doing? You know.
I like to whisper in a lady's ear that Coors Light is brewed down to 34 degrees.
If you can do that, that can go a long way for you.
It has.
Frost Brewed Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Coach Romeo, in your experience, what happens after a woman turns you down?
I knew I'd tell you, but I don't know.
Oh, congratulations.
Time to take a look now at international weather, and if you're heading over to Europe, you'll find quite nice weather throughout the northern part of the continent. Back into Poland, to Germany, 70-degree highs dominating over much of the month. A little cooler as you move up into the British Isles. Now, you might want to bring along a sweater if you're taking a vacation to Scotland or England. 60-degree temperatures there, but again, warm, that bathing suit weather. The sunny skies continuing throughout much of Greece and Italy, on into Spain as well. A little bit of rainfall throughout the month of August for parts of France and also stretching back into parts of Poland and into the Germany as well. 15 to 18, 10 to 15 days out of the month, we'll continue to see rain. A little wetter as we move up to the British Isles, 18 to 21 there.
We'll take a look at the rest of the work week weather-wise, and the heat will continue in many areas of the country. If you're doing some traveling over the next 24 hours, well, you want to stay tuned for the business travel forecast.
As promised, the Florida forecast, and let's take a look at the satellite shot first. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. Lots of high cloudiness in the southern portion of the state, but clouds will be on the increase actually later today from the north, where there could be some scattered showers off and on. The air temperature going to be 82 degrees in Miami today. Orlando will be 84 degrees. Panama City a little cooler with 76 degrees. Yesterday, Miami hit 85.
Tornadoes headed our way.
You're watching the Weather Channel, first with the weather for the whole nation. We'll have more after your local forecast, so stay tuned.
Otherwise, well, let's take a look at some events across the country. We have the International Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque. Showers and thunderstorms, 65 degrees for your high today. At the Tampa Boat Show, well, pretty nice if you're headed here. Partly sunny skies, high for today of 88, morning low of 71 degrees. And overall, not a bad day if you're headed down to Tampa, but if you're headed to the Tulsa State Fair, well, this looks picture perfect. Couldn't ask for better weather here, Mark. Lots of sunshine and 75. Well, maybe you're not headed to one of these events. Maybe you're headed to a college football event. Well, here's Mark with more on the forecast.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. And you're the guy under the bus.
End of the line. Come on, get out. Jerome Bettis has his game on. Do you? Madden NFL 2003.
If it's in the game,
EA Sports. It's in the game. Rated E for everyone.
Stay tuned for more weather coverage on the Weather Channel. The current conditions. Special regional information. Special regional information. A 36-hour forecast. 36-hour forecast. Stay tuned for more local information here on the Weather Channel.
Okay, thanks a lot, Melissa. Yes, it's time to check out those big college football games for you today, and we have 3 huge games for you. And we'll start you off with the Tennessee Volunteers taking on the Auburn Tigers. This is an evening affair, and it's being played at Jordan-Hare Stadium. First time these teams have met since 1999. Believe it or not, the Vols have won the last 4 meetings here. Forecast couldn't be better for football. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s, skies mostly clear, winds light and variable. Hey, a Big 12 opener here for Kansas State and the Texas Longhorns. Longhorns are going to try and hook them here. And it does look like that the weather should be pretty good here in Austin, Texas. This is an afternoon affair. Should be pretty warm with partly cloudy skies and a gentle southerly breeze. One more is the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. Listen real loud. You can hear the whooping as the Bulldogs kick it on off here between the hedges this afternoon. Temperatures should be in the mid to upper 70s. A pretty nice day for football. Big SEC matchup. Last meeting between these two, Georgia won in Tuscaloosa by, I think, a score of 27-25. So it should be a great afternoon and evening of college football.
Now, your local forecast. Accurate, up-to-date weather information for your neighborhood. Only on the Weather Channel.
of nightlight you'll never outgrow. For your free Outer Banks travel guide with all the illumination you need, call today. The Outer Banks, home of the first flight.
Now, here's a tip from Mac the Mechanic.
This is a rack and pinion steering found on most late model automobiles. The rack and pinion steering is protected by a rubber boot on each end of the shaft. Now what happens if this rubber boot should break or crack? It can actually damage this highly polished shaft located here. And boy, when it does, it's going to cost you in excess of $400 to $500. You can prevent this from happening to your rack and pinion steering by merely lubricating that rubber boot on both ends with rubber lube. Spray it on there. Now you say to yourself, where do I get this rubber lube? Any tire store carries rubber lube, but this rubber lube is not only good for these boots, it's good for any rubber parts of your car. This is what I call good sound preventive maintenance and protecting your large investment. So remember, when you're having your car lubricated, use rubber lube. This is good advice from Mac the Mechanic.
Special regional information. Regional forecast. The forecast for cities nationwide.
Getting around town in Manhattan tonight, no problems. Or on Martin Luther King Jr. The drive in Seattle, no problems here either. But in the middle of the country, we got two problems. A cold front that's stalled, heavy rain, thunderstorms, and a major hurricane headed for Louisiana. So if you have some plans to do a little flying tomorrow, don't be surprised if there are major delays at New Orleans airports. Houston also due to wind, I think, more than rain. Kansas City and St. Louis could have some very heavy rain and strong thunderstorms.
Where's it headed? Stay tuned.
Ask a child where they'd like to go on vacation, and most likely it's the same place you'd like to go. A place where families can make memories together. A place where magic happens every day. And no one can take you there like Alamo, the official rental car of Walt Disney World Resort. Get a free child's breakfast with a favorite Disney character when you rent an Alamo car for as little as $130 per week. Alamo, the official rental car of the American vacation.
Michigan, where you can experience all the seasons. Touched by 4 Great Lakes, it has a geographically split personality. The Upper Peninsula has rugged North Country beauty, islands, lakes, and bays, where January's mean average is 16 degrees, and July a refreshing 65. In the Lower Peninsula, where you'll find the Detroit area, there's farmlands, modern cities, museums, and history. Here, January's mean average is 26, and for July, 74. So enjoy this diversified vacation land. In winter, heavy snows mean fine skiing. Ice sports are available on inland lakes and channels, and there are miles of snowmobile trails. Spring and autumn are splendid in Michigan's many parks, forests, and hiking pathways. In this state, you're never far from water for swimming, sailing, boating, canoeing, or fishing. So whether it's the peaceful outdoors or bustling city grounds, Michigan has it all, so savor the sights.
Well, let's see what the rest of the week is going to look like.
But the heaviest rain today has been out on the Outer Banks. And a few scattered showers across parts of central Florida as well, with steadier rain starting to move on up into the lower Keys and eventually up toward Naples, Fort Myers, and across the Gold Coast. So a little bit of a wet night here across South Florida. That's your current weather coast to coast. Now here's Dr. Anna Marie.
I'm here to tell you about one of the nicest things we do at Ally. That's Ally Discount Tires. Well, you know about the prices. I want to tell you about a nice thing we do. What we do, we hand torque the lug nuts on the wheel when you buy the tire. We don't go brrr. We hand torque all them nuts. And you know what they say, if your nuts hadn't been hand torqued by Ally Discount Tire, your nuts might fall off. That ain't gonna go, is it, huh?
Over 30 locations, one near you.
That's Ally.
Burglary. It seems to be happening everywhere these days, even in neighborhoods like mine. This time it was right next door. That's why I invested in the Home Protector from Black & Decker. It's a professional quality security system that's affordable and gives my home and family reliable protection. These compact entry sensors are wireless and were easy to install on my windows and doors. Other components just plug in, but the protection you get is serious. Any intrusion attempt is met by flashing lamps and piercing sirens that operate even if the controller is destroyed. So, if you'd like to know more about Home Protector, do what I did. Call for this free information package today.
Current conditions.
36-hour forecast. Stay tuned for the latest weather information here on the Weather Channel.